Let's go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to my Monday Night Live. It is great to see you guys all here. I see lots of you already chatting in the comments, so thank you so much for joining me tonight. I think I have all my moderators here. I'm not sure how long each of them will be able to hang out with us because I know they have some things going on, but welcome to Vicky, Amrita, and Beth. That They are my moderators in the comments, here to help answer any questions I may miss and provide links to any products that you're interested in. So, hi everyone. Hi, Carol. Great to see you here. And Julia from Niagara Falls. That's wonderful. Hi, Mary and Maggie. Great. Thank you guys all so much for joining me today. I'll tell you, I was this close to not doing it tonight. I got a lot going on today. It's been a very productive Monday. I'm proud to say, but very, very busy. So, yeah, Monday nights seem to be working out for the most part. They seem to be doing well. And it's the last Monday of the month. So, my last live for September. And yay for October. I'm ready for the cooler weather. Hi, Donna. Hi, everyone. Great to see you guys all here. So yeah, we'll get started. I do have supplied links in the video description down below. There were a few I added last minute, so I'll have to update that list after the live. For the most part, I think I linked everything that I'm going to be using. There are going to be some things here and there I might miss or that I add in. And that's what the moderators are for, to help me catch those things so I don't forget about them. Hi, Tracy. Great to see you guys. Hi, everyone. Hello from Oregon. Thank you, Gail, for joining. Yeah, and Christina went live a little earlier today, so I won't have any run over with her, but I seen Amy R is going live at 7 tonight. So I'll tell you, I'm trying to I'm trying, guys, to get it in. uh Cheryl just got home from Rhinelander. That's amazing. Right in I don't know how far away it is from Chippewa Falls, but you're in Wisconsin, so that's great. All right, guys. Well, what I plan on doing today. So this is a little bit different type of live. Um, I'm going to be using some products from my stash that I purchased and hadn't used yet from last year's release from Tailored Expressions. They always have an amazing Christmas release. Christmas, I know, has been on the mind of lots of people starting to get their cards ready. And maybe you already have your Christmas cards done. I do not. I kind of make them as I go on my videos, and some nights I'll just sit and play. I am definitely a last minute card maker when it comes to Christmas. To me, this is kind of the perfect time to start trickling them in. So it's not going to be all Christmas from here on out, but it's a good time to start trickling them in. And I shop just like everybody else, and I have products from last year's Christmas release that I hadn't used, or maybe only used once in a project. But what I want to tell you is that tomorrow on Tuesday, what is that, September 30th, they have their Christmas release for this year. So keep that in mind if you're looking on the website, doing any shopping. Maybe you see something you're interested in tonight, whether it's a stamp, stencil, anything like that. Add it to cart or add it to a wish list so that you have it in mind if you do any shopping tomorrow. They do have a Facebook group where they give a sneak peek video. So they've already shared what's coming out. And Honestly, I really like that because I can even kind of plan, what maybe I had from a freebie or, you know, is this my style or is this my style? So I can kind of pick and choose and kind of get an idea what's going on. So if you're not already a member of their Facebook group and you're interested in their products, go ahead and join that. You'd be able to see everything that's coming out tomorrow. But like I said, maybe there's something you have in your stash from last year you haven't played with yet, or there's something you're interested in. Add it to cart, add it to your wish list, whatever you want to do to keep it in your mind if you're doing any shopping tomorrow. So before I get started with that, I am Rita. She says, TE, I can't leave now. Hand pink waving. Hi, Christine. Yes, I love their sneak peeks. They do a great job. So before I get too far in, any quick questions I can answer for you? First time I actually got in on a live. Hello from Monroe. Hi, Lavon. Thank you for joining. Wonderful. Oh, you guys are wonderful. I appreciate you joining me tonight. Okay, so I'm going to drop to my tabletop and I will show you what I have in store for tonight. I suppose it would help if I had products here, huh? Oh, a bit of a scramble. I will admit I've had a bit of a scramble today. Okay, so one of the things that I think this was actually a special at one time, and then they released it into their regular line. So I've had this for a while, and I'm very guilty to say I only just used it like the other day. And that's because of an upcoming project. So I do provide one video a month over on the Tailored Expressions YouTube channel. I was able to partake in their Christmas release. So I will have a video up tomorrow. It'll be on my channel, it'll be on the Tailored Expressions channel. And I combined some of the new products with this previously released product, but I'm only using one of the images out of this design. So I thought, it's a great time to go live, kind of refresh our memories from what maybe you already have or something you've seen and wanted to pick up. And I'm going to use the sled tonight, but I am going to ink blend both of these images. First time live. Well, hi, Michelle, and welcome. I'm glad you could join us tonight. So I am going to be stenciling, and this is going to be two images. There's a Santa image and then a sled full of presents. You can see I was using red ink because it doesn't come off very well. And they also have coordinating dies, so you'll be able to die cut those images out. And come on. And they also have foilables. So this set is called Ho Ho Holidays. That's the name of this bundle. I can't remember when I was linking it if the die is included with the stencil or purchased separately. So definitely take a look at those options if you're doing any shopping. But there are foiling panels. So you can see just some of the areas on the design of the image would get foiled. There's actually two different types on here. Some of them with the ribbon and the presents would be foiled. And then this is another design with the Santa would get foiled. So some really fun things there if you have either a mini Mink machine or a fused foiling system. You could foil your panels and then you would ink blend over the top of that. I'm not going to be using these tonight, but I did want to let you know that those are an option. So I'm going to set this off on the side. And I also am going to do a mini slimline card, I think is what I'm going to do tonight. It's hard to get TE products in the UK, but it's still nice to see them. Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie. I know I'm pretty sure they ship international. But unfortunately, I don't know like cost of shipping and all of that for international, unfortunately. Okay, so this stencil, when we layer it together, there's four stencils here. And we have these squares. Now, most times when you see these squares on stencils, those are registration marks to help you line up your stencils so everything makes that perfect image. But then also down in the corners, this says Tailored Expressions, and then this says like their product number and then a -1. And Most of the companies do something like that where they will list a 1, 2, 3, and 4 to help you with the order in which they're going to be stenciled. Now, sometimes it doesn't matter. You can go out of order. Other times, certain things need to be layered on top of one another. So I'm going to do this tonight. Now, let me grab my cardstock. Didn't grab that. I don't know how I forgot my cardstock. Mini Slims, aren't they just the cutest? I love Mini Slims. So another thing with TE is that they have some pre-cut paper packs for you. One thing I despise is cutting 6x6 paper because I'm left with such a really odd shape of scraps. I mean, I do save those scraps, but it's just a very odd shape. So I do really appreciate that they sell 6x6 paper packs, which fit your stencils perfectly. Did not link this, I forgot. So let me grab that and my tape. I'm going to use some repositionable tape on the back, and then I can just stick this down to the work surface. Lots of different ways that you could do your stencils, whether it's a sticky mat, whatever you are comfortable with. But this is what I call the lazy crafting because I don't have to worry about getting out any extra tools. Now, there is a time and place for the sticky mats. I definitely use them in my crafting, but 90% of the time I will say this is how I do it. So I am going to start. I have a really fun color combination. Let me dig that out. Let's see, this one. I am in love with this holiday color collection or this color combination. So this is watermelon, peaches and cream, Brussels sprout, and then honeydew melon. And I will say honeydew melon is probably my new favorite color. It is like just the perfect green for me. It's not like really bright green. I kind of like that, like I don't know if I want to say like a woodsy type of color, but it's really, really mellow. You'll see that in just a little bit. So I'm going to start with watermelon. One of my projects, I did do cherry pop, which is another color. I actually will be bringing this in, and it's a nice bright red, but I wanted something just a little bit brighter. So let's go ahead and stick our stencil down to the mat. Line that up over that 6x6 piece of cardstock. And this is a magnetic work surface I'm working on. So you could actually, if you have some magnets, you could hold your stencil down with magnets. I just find that they get in my way. So I just use some Post-it tape. Similar to spearmint. Yeah, maybe a little darker. Spearmint I think it's almost too light for me. But yeah, this is definitely a new favorite for me. Now I'm going to grab my blending brush. Oh, my rag fell down. 1 second. I tell you, that's kind of how my day has been. Just everything's on the floor or on my bed. Mail came. It just goes into the bedroom for now. All right. So I'm going to start with the watermelon. Just going to use the bitty blending brushes for this. And this can be a pretty in-your-face color. So I'm going to start out kind of light-handed. I don't want it to punch me in the face right away. I want to build up to it. So we'll get these filled in. And I also need to make sure I'm getting those squares. That's really important because we're going to need that. And you could use the larger brushes for this, but I don't know. I find I can get into those smaller areas better with my smaller blending brush. How are you guys all doing on a Monday night? Do you dread Mondays? Are you a Monday person? I didn't think I was, but I actually got a lot done today. It kind of makes me feel good about the rest of the week. Lots accomplished. Still lots to do. still behind, which is just, you know, the name of the game for me. But I did get a lot done. This super tall hat is so cute. And he takes a little bit more elbow grease to get him blended up. But what I want to do is I want to add some dimension to this. So I'm going to come in with a darker color before I remove that stencil. So that was watermelon. Stacy is recovering from the Crop and Create weekend. Yes, I was in those chats most of the weekend, kind of cheering on the instructors, and a lot of fun over there in the Crop and Create weekends. A lot of techniques packed into 3 days, and tonight is actually their bonus night or bonus day they had. So there were still classes all day going on. They do an amazing job over there. All right, so I got a little bit of dimension, everyone. Hi, Peggy. Great to see you here. Not Monday a.m. when I have to work. Julia says, I'm retired, so some days I can't remember what day it actually is. Oh, Julia, I feel ya. I am not retired, but when you work from home and you're a stay-at-home mom, yeah, the days just definitely blend together. When everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for the weekend, I'm like, it doesn't make a difference. Now, I did get a little bit heavy-handed here, and you can kind of see it, I think, maybe in screen, but I did bleed outside here, and that's because I got pretty heavy-handed with my blending brush. I'm not going to worry about it, to be honest. That might just be where my sentiment goes. We will wait and see. So this next one I'm going to do with peaches and cream, and this is such a cute color combination. You wouldn't think, actually hold the thought here for a second. Okay. Let's see, my Santa hat, I'm not going to do peaches and cream, so I need to pay attention, but I am going to do it on the bows. I'm going to do it on my sled. So I'm really going to be using the sled tonight, but I will still ink up the Santa so I can save him for another project. Oh, the visuals. Oh, you know what? I can go fix that really quick. Beth, thank you for pointing that out. So I do have a link that says visual supply list, and that was last week's link. Busted for copy and paste. Let me go and fix that here in just a second. Okay, let me go. Hold that thought 1 second, guys. I'm going to go and update. Excuse me. Oh, that's what I get for being in a rush. Where is my... Nope, I don't want that. Let me go into here. I'm going to go into my live. Okay. Excuse me while I get my mouse out here. And then I can get all these links updated. So sorry about that, you guys. Get that in there. And I'll come back in just a second. Get that out of there. All the things, all the things. Still the wrong button. There we go. Okay, so I think save. All right, so if you go out and come back in or refresh, that should be updated now in my live. Okay, sorry. Yes, it is a Monday show. Okay, guys, let me know if that works out for you. That's what I get for rushing. I don't want that color. I want, did I not grab it? I did grab it. Okay, guys, did that work out? Hmm. Kathy, thank you. All right, so before I get going here again, watching from the couch because my craft room is in a construction zone. Oh my goodness, you got new windows installed. Well, that's fun though. All right, so you guys let me know if that worked out. I need a blending brush. Oh, so ill prepared, you guys. I need to get out my brush for oat milk. Okay, because I want to do his little brim and all of that with oat milk, which is just a really nice kind of warm gray. All right, did those links work, you guys? You'll have to let me know. They should be updated now. I should have that in there. Now I can't get it. Whew, yep, that was a Monday. Okay, so this is a stencil 3. It has the number 3 down there in the bottom corner. We have our squares here. So I am going to line up those squares with the previously blended ones, but I'm also looking at my stencil. So I'm still going to look to make sure it's lined up, because maybe I wasn't paying attention and didn't line up the previous one correctly. So I'm always going to double check the squares and also those areas. Now, my Santa, I'm going to take that blending brush that I just used with the peaches and cream. I'm just going to use the leftover ink that's on there and just lightly go over that. So he's going to be kind of peachy pink in the face. So I hadn't cleaned that off. Now, the presents, I'm going to use the Honeydew Melon. And get my blending brush for that. I'm going to get my dirty stencils out of the way. My lovely rag that I clean my brushes on. And so I'm going to do the presents over here. And this Honeydew Melon, like I said, I really think this is kind of my new favorite green from their line. Now, when I first put it on, it's going to seem pretty dark, but wait till it dries back. I also really fell in love with the cardstock color. So filling in my presents here, because this is the design I want to use, is the presents. I could add some dimension to the presents, but I think we'll be okay like this. Oh, and then this one also has the belt buckle. So let's see if I have any ink left on this brush. I don't, so I have to get my ink pad. And we're just going to grab a little bit of Dijon, which is a pretty dark yellow. So I'm just going to go a little light-handed there. Confession, I haven't opened my Honeydew Melon. Amrita, you have to. You have to. See? My live is going to entice you to open Honeydew Melon. Now, my confession, I can't remember if I swatched it yet or not. But, oh my gosh, just look at that color combination. I love it. We should be getting a new color on Thursday. First, is it? Oh my gosh, it is that time, isn't it? So Tailored Expressions has been releasing new colors, and they do them on the first. See, that Amrita is the TE guru. I can't retain information very well. So TE releases a brand new color the first Thursday of every month. So yeah, if Amrita is on her game, that means they're should be a new color coming out. And you know what else that means? That means we should probably be watching Taylor's nail color tomorrow, because sometimes she does little hints where she'll do like a nail color or maybe even her shirt. So that's always fun to watch during the lives. Now this next stencil, or the last stencil, I am going to be using Brussels sprout ink. Now again, it's going to seem pretty dark and intense when I first blend it, but we're going to give this time to dry. Yeah, thank you, Amrita. I completely forgot. Completely forgot. Michelle asks, what kind of mat are you working on? This is the glass board from Tailored Expressions. So this is all her design. It's a glass work surface. It's got measurements and outlines on here for a create and quad stencil, the triple slim, what does she have here? Triple slim cardstock. And then underneath, once I remove this here shortly, you'll see that there's measurements there for the 6x6 stencil and also a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I believe. So I did link that glass board down in that video description, along with their glass board buddy, which is what's holding my ink pad right here. So put that away before use it again. And now I have the other little pieces here for my Santa. I'm going to do that in Earl Grey. I could have probably done his mittens in green, but I'm just going to stick to Earl Grey for everything. It's nice and easy. Oh, I think I picked up some yellow. Oh, you know I'm going to forget, Amrita. You know it. Well, and tomorrow, yeah, I'll have to just watch how things go. Like, it's not like tomorrow's the only order I'll be placing, but yeah, they have some great freebies tomorrow. I think there's one when you hit $100. There's one if you hit $200, I think. So they have, and like I said, if you join their Facebook group, which I didn't think to link that before the video, but if you join their Facebook group, they do a walkthrough video that is released every Saturday. So they show you what is coming. They show you the freebies, tell you how you can earn them. They have, usually there's $100 gift with purchase. And then they also have, in every order, regardless of cost, they have a small stamp set that gets included in that order. But then they also have a coordinating die that you can pick up separately. So they just have tons of little freebies and small gifts and things like that when you place orders over there. So there's definitely a site to check out if you haven't. And make sure, if you are ordering and never have before, to create an account, because you can earn bonus points. And bonus points, I'll tell you, come in handy when you want to make some big purchases. I am an enabler because I love it. I love their products. And I buy too. I'm a shopper. I love freebies. I mean, look at that. Isn't that adorable? Oh, it's so cute. It is so cute. Just too darn cute. And of course, I mean, there's so many different color combinations that you could do with this. I don't know. The last few years, I haven't drifted far from traditional. I mean, maybe different shades, but for the most part, I really have just been loving traditional colors just mixed in. Like I have a little peachy pink in there, and you know, the darker green, or that honeydew. I mean, look how pretty that honeydew is once it's, I mean, it's gorgeous going on when it's wet, but drying back, it's so pretty. Oh, Candace says, excuse me, I was taking a drink. Whoop, come back. I am a Gina K girl, but I am having to consider other inks to find a blue that is like the blue sky in October, November. Do you have any suggestions? You're having to consider other inks to find a blue that is like the blue sky in October. So you're looking for a different shade of blue, Candace? Is that what you're saying? I mean, Gina's got a lot. She's got a lot of blues. Gosh, really honestly hard for me to recommend one blue in particular. If you're just referring to like what color this, do you mean like what color this, like, okay, so like the sky is in October, November. Not sure where you live, so I'm not sure, you know, how you perceive it in your area. I mean, what is it? Hold on. Gina does have that really nice bright blue sky ink. It's a fairly new color. Taylor has a ton of blues. Oops, I had to scroll my comments down. Taylor has a lot of blues, and their color, like color swatches on their website are pretty spot on. Just getting that lined up, trying not to get my head over it. Yeah, that's hard to say. Hero Arts has some pretty ones too. I guess it just, not knowing exactly what shade you have in mind, a very bright blue. Well, blue sky, do you have blue sky from Gina? Because that's a pretty bright blue. I'm just cutting these out real quick. Hero Arts, I use a lot of like indigo and what is it, Summer Sky. They have some good blues. Let me look back here quick. Sprinkles. Cotton Candy, maybe from Taylor, would be a good blue. That's a pretty nice bright blue. Okay, so there are my two images. So cute. I've never looked at the sky to notice it is different throughout the year. In Houston, the weather pretty much stays the same all year. Yeah, you know, I don't know if I've seen the sky as far as the level of blue change where I live. Yeah, but I mean, I understand like a nice bright blue. Okay, I'm totally like losing track of myself here. Hold on. I want to make sure I put some of this away so I don't lose it. And I don't know what I did with my packet. Where did I put that? Oh. Oh, so scattered brain tonight, you guys. Maybe because I'm older, but I'm sick of traditional colors and rainbows. We don't hate you, Gigi. That's okay. No, I totally get that. I can totally get that. I think because for a while I did do a lot of like teal and pinks. I was on that kick for a while. And now I'm kind of in my traditional mode. So yeah, everybody's got different tastes. And you know, yeah, you see some people who are just tired of seeing rainbows, and I get that. I totally get that. So I'm going to save this Santa. Maybe I'll use him tonight, but I really wanted to focus on that sled. So I'm going to just set that off on the side for right now. I'm going to create a background. I'm going to be using the dotted Snowfall background, and I'm going to be heat embossing it. So this is a red rubber stamp. Taylor has a lot of really great red rubber stamps. They're so good for stamping. And I decided I was going to do this on toffee. So let me grab out my Misty. Hi, Brandon. Thank you for joining. I did see your name pop through. I couldn't. My comments are kind of flying tonight. Sorry if you ask a question or if I don't say anything to your comment. I apologize. I'm, for one, very scattered tonight, and the comments are really flying by. Oh my gosh, Rebecca. I'll let the crowd read that one for you. I don't want to get yelled at on YouTube. That's funny though. So I prepped my cardstock with an anti-static powder tool. I want to do white heat embossing on my Toffee cardstock. So my favorite way to do that is stamp first in Sugar Cube ink, which is their white pigment ink. That's what Taylor calls their white pigment ink. Hi, Marisha. Nice to see you here. So let's stamp that down. This background is one of my favorites, Georgina says. It is a pretty one. They have so many good background stamps. I'm going to ink that up again. So the reason why I'm using white is, for one, I'm heat embossing in white. So I feel like I just get a better heat embossed impression when I can do this in pigment ink. And pigment ink it does stay wet a little bit longer, so it's great for heat embossing. So just stamping that again. Oh, my area, my area. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop and clean in just a second, but for right now, I'm gonna get this heat embossed. Not cleaning is driving me nuts right now. Yeah, they have some beautiful like script backgrounds. Oh gosh, I'm sure Amrita knows the name of the background stamps, but they have a script background, and then there's like a distressed typewriter type background. I love those. Those are some of my favorites. And we are getting close to Stamp Joy time. So I can't wait to see everybody that is going to be going to that. They do a fantastic job of in-person events. I did grab white, didn't I? Yeah. My luck, I grabbed clear, but that would still work. Oh, that's such a mess. Okay, so I'm gonna get my heat tool going here real quick and melt that embossing powder. Sorry guys, this is kind of a big background to heat emboss. I should have thought of that. All right, I think I got it all. That took a little bit longer than I thought. Weathered words. Yes, Amrita has been getting those names down. I think she said fine line script and weathered words. Those are two really great ones. And I did see, as I was waiting for my heat tool to warm up, that Brandon just got the TE embossing powder tool. It is fantastic. You know, I should probably refill mine at some point. Still seems to work. I haven't refilled it yet, and I've had it for quite a few years. So now I have my Snowfall background. And one sec, I need to put my hair up because it's starting to get serious in here, you guys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end up forgetting that I have this in my Misty tool. So I'm going to clean that off real quick. And I did see Beth mention Stamp Joy. Somebody was asking about Stamp Joy. Stamp Joy is an in-person event that Tailored Expressions puts on. So it is over the course of a weekend, and it's held down in Iowa. You get to go tour the store. They have mini classes. Like last year, the Greetery was there, Pear Blossom Press was there, TE's designers taught some classes. So they have these mini classes. They kind of have like this little party at night. So every year they host that event in October. Sign up was already done a long time ago. So yeah, it's just coming down to a couple weeks and Stamp Joy is going to be happening. But last year was the first year that I went to Stamp Joy and it was so much fun. Okay, so I did die cut out a couple things ahead of time. So I used the mini slim postage stamp stacklets. I used the biggest one out of here to die cut out that postage border out of watermelon cardstock. So I did do something ahead of time. So I have that, but I want to put my background in here. And for that, I'm going to use this stitched mini slim. And if I remember correctly, I think it was the biggest one that's going to fit in there. Yes, very true. They have a virtual one every spring too. And then they also have like a staycation of Stamp Joy. So if you can't go to the one in person, they have like a staycation virtual one or something like that, so that you can still take the classes. You just don't get the in-person experience. So lots of stuff over on the website to read up on. I need to put my embossing powder away. I went the last 2 years to Stamp Joy. It was fabulous. Sorry, I'm missing this year. Oh, Farley, you're not going this year. That would have been so great to meet you. Yeah, they really put on a party. It was a ton of fun. And I think Amrita has been able to answer a lot of those questions as far as where it's held, because I don't want to say the wrong thing because I'm on camera. I tend to say the wrong thing on camera. All right, so that was using the mini slim postage stamp stacklets and stitched mini slim. So that gave me that really nice stitching on the edge. Kind of just something extra to put with our card. So that's those two things for sure. Well, and you know, I don't know who it was last year. There was somebody that said hi to me and I felt so bad because I didn't recognize the name last year. Amrita, was that you? Gosh, I hope not. It just, you know, sometimes it's really hard, especially in those big areas, to connect the dots right away. So gosh, I hope that wasn't you. But I'm excited this year because now I know who you are. I know who people are. Oh, look how cute that's looking, guys. Amrita, have we actually ever met? All right, and here is, oh gosh, I love this. I love this. So this is a panel. I just picked these up, super heavyweight mini slim layer panels. What's really funny is I was messing with these earlier and I took it out and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't read the name of it. I just thought, oh, they're layering panels. And I grabbed it. I was like, wow, this is really heavy cardstock. And then I finally looked at the packaging. I'm like, well, yeah, it says super heavyweight. It is super heavyweight. All right, so that's how that's looking. Now I just need a sentiment, but I am loving this, you guys. All right. So I was torn. I did list both of these down in the video description. I didn't know which one I wanted to do. And okay, so this is how you know I haven't touched these sets yet. They're still all attached. I never cut a single thing out. So this one oh, yep, I did use this one. I think this might have been part of a kit last year. That's how I used it. So, and then of course I purchased these and I hadn't die cut them apart yet. So that means I didn't use it yet. But let's take a look. How big are these? What should we do? We have May Your Days Be Merry and Bright, Season's Greetings. I really do like this. Santa Claus is coming to town. Happy holidays from our home to yours. Santa Stop Here. I think I used Santa Stop Here last year. So I probably should not use this because I already did use it last year. So that drops me down to this. I kind of like the Merry and Bright, but let's see how big that is. Oh, you see me last year at Create. That's really fun too. Okay, so that's Merry and Bright. Or Very Merry is super cute. That's kind of small. I don't want to get too big. I might stamp a couple of them. We have Happy Holidays. Oh, what fun. Ring-a-ling, hear them sing. Walking in a Winter Wonderland. I'm just a sucker for Season's Greetings. Is that what I picked? No, I put Happy Holidays. Where's the Season's Greetings? That's kind of long too. I kind of want something short. Let's try the Very Merry. That's different. I am so sorry, you guys. I'm not catching all of your comments. You guys are chatterboxes on Mondays, it looks like. I love it. So excited to see you guys all talking in the chat. I will go back after the live once it's kind of gone through and done its thing, so to speak. What do we want? Processed. Once the video processes, I'll be able to go back and I can see the chat. It looks like I'm missing a ton of fun stuff in here. Thank you, Vicky. She says, Mindy's a hoot in person. Yeah, I have a little bit less filter on me in person. So if that tells you anything. Let's do this. Actually, let me try this on white first. I want to see. I'm just going to use this heavy cardstock. Let's try this heavy stuff. This is really heavy. What weight is this? Do we know? 165-pound sugar cube cardstock. You guys, that's seriously heavy. It is a heavy cardstock. Wonder how that's going to work die cutting. But Amrita says in the comments, I'm taking bad notes because I'm so busy chatting. But good is what I say. That means you're having fun, and I love that you're chatting with people. You guys are enjoying yourselves, and that's what it's about. Even though I'm scattered, I enjoy this, and it makes me very happy, especially when it's just coming together so good. I was kind of cobbling it together. I knew I wanted to use the sleigh, but as far as what the design was going to be, I was really cobbling it together to get an idea of what I wanted to do. So I'm glad this is turning out. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. I really do appreciate you guys joining me tonight. I'm glad Mondays seem to be working out. This is really fun. And a big thank you to my hubby because he takes Dalton shopping while I'm live. And that's how I'm able to do that in the evenings. There's a big thank you to him, which they are probably watching. Oh no, now I'm gonna waste time by die cutting these apart. All right, so you get to see us all in action. I don't think I've ever done this on screen. I feel like I need to schedule one of those crafting weekends to meet Amrita and Vicky and Mindy too. You absolutely need to, Beth, absolutely. So I don't think I've ever shown this anywhere at any point. But what I do with dies is I grab a baby wipe. First, let's figure out. So of course I need the one in the middle. And I have some snippers. I know Lawn Fawn sells them, Hero Art sells them. I don't know where these came from. And we need to snip our dies apart. So funny. I remember the first time I got a set of dies. I was just getting into card making, and a company sent me some products to work with. And I got them and they were all attached like this. I'm like, what do I do? Like, how am I supposed to use these? Except it was a whole different company and they were really close together. I'm like, oh, what do I do with this? That's how green I was to card making. I just had no idea. So in this case, I am snipping right as close to the die as I can, so that I don't have those sharp, which I still probably do have sharp edges, but, and then I need, happy holidays. So let's, okay. And then I like to kind of hold, because otherwise they'll go flying. If you've never trimmed out dies apart before, they will fly. And then what I do is I get right up next to it. I kind of tuck my baby wipe over the top and do a little twist. I'll get that if I can get this a little bit closer. I always kind of have like a baby wipe or a paper towel. I find a baby wipe grips it better than a paper towel does. But this is how I snip my dies. I can't get any closer. Yeah, that one's just going to have to be the way it is. I've definitely bled over snipping dies apart. I think that's kind of like a crafter initiation. Oh, I was totally missing comments. I was lost in my die cutting. Sometimes I don't snip my dies. I just cut them in one pass. Oh, that's a good idea. I get that. When I was green, I had an idea. I had idea why they kept talking about sandwiches. Oh, like a die cutting sandwich. Is that what you're talking about, Vicky? Oh, yes. And you do not want to step on those bad boys. And of course, there's some that go flying across the kitchen and have no idea where they went. But that's how I do it. So now I can die cut these. I'm really curious to how this cardstock. Okay, you're going to get my head again. Sorry, guys. I'm really curious to how this die cuts because it is so thick. I did not realize it was that thick. So this should be fun. And this is just Post-it tape. You can use the teal tape. Post-it tape, I think I've mentioned before. I get on Amazon like dirt cheap. But if you want to try it out, Taylor carries Post-it tape. They have teal tape that you can use to hold things in place. Whatever is your jam. All right, let's see how this die cuts. Cross fingers. Did it do it? Did it do it? Did it do it? It did. That's a pretty, it's a pretty good die cut piece. She is solid. So if I would want to stack my dies, which I do like to stack my dies, and I did run this back and forth in my die cut machine just to make sure it cut. Thank you for stopping in, Brandon. Are you leaving us? It's your mom's birthday. Well, happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Brandon's mom. I think I'm going to die cut these out one more time. just to get my stacked layer that I want. All right, how did that do? And I don't even know what sentiment I'm using yet. I am missing everything here. We got Mindy Farmer is here. Hi, Mindy. That is just the weirdest thing for me to say. Promise I'm not talking to myself. Get these put away so I don't lose them. And now let's pick, okay, so let's pick out a sentiment. So I don't even have anything glued down yet. Well, pushing on 7 o'clock, not too terribly bad. Oh, I'm so glad I did that in white. I really like how that white pops. So now which one am I gonna use? Hi, Cheryl. Thank you for popping in tonight. So great to see all of you guys in the comments. It has been a chatty Monday if you're just joining. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to chat much, but it is great to see all you guys popping in. All right, so I'm thinking very merry. What are you guys thinking? What are you liking? We have very merry. I kind of like that. I do like these other sentiments, but I feel like I feel like it gets lost in these stacked presents a little bit. I don't know if I really want it up that high. Feels odd. Oh, TE sells the snip to die cut them apart. Thank you. Who said that? Robin. Thank you, Robin. And they got a lot of stuff on their site. Okay. Merry and bright. Okay, so let's see. Very merry, very merry. Oh, my chat's gonna fly. I think I'm liking the very merry. Probably not the happy holiday. I think that's almost too short, or I shouldn't say it's too even. It's too perfect of a size. So we have either may your days be merry and bright, which I also find is just an odd. I'm thinking very merry. Looks like you guys are liking very merry. Right about there. And actually, I have a little bit of a smudge there. So it's kind of going to stop right there. That is funny. Stop moving, Mindy. Not Mindy Farmer. Now that time I was talking to myself. Okay, so where's my glue? Glue, 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 glue. Very merry is short and sweet. That is a great way to put it, Stacy. So I did die cut that out one more time from this super duper heavy cardstock. Again, this is super heavyweight mini slim. What is that? Mini slim layer panels. I think I did link that down below. And oh my gosh, look at that. Like, can you guys see that? That's only 2 pieces of cardstock stacked together. That is some serious thickness. So I would put it down there. So let's start getting this put together. All right, so this is that same panel. And these measure, did I even tell you guys what these measure? Hold on, readers. These measure 3 1/4 by 5 3/4 is what it measures for a size. So I'm going to use that as my front. I have my stacklet here, die cut out of watermelon. Now I do want to, all right, I think I'm going to pop up the sled. So let's just tack this down. Karen says, just joined. What kind of cardstock are you using? It depends on which one you're asking about, Karen. This one that I'm gluing is watermelon. All of it's from Tailored Expressions. So this is kind of, I'm playing tonight with products from last year's Christmas release from Tailored Expressions. These are things I hadn't gotten a chance to play with yet. I bought them and then hadn't used them yet. So what I'm doing is justifying my purchase for tomorrow because I'm shopping tomorrow. So I'm trying to justify that purchase by using products from last year. So they have a Christmas release every year. Theirs is going to be, their next Christmas release is tomorrow. They do sneak peeks on their Facebook fan page. So if you haven't joined, you can join their Facebook group and see a sneak peek video. And so they do have that release tomorrow. I'm just using some products from last year. And if you're interested in anything tonight, and they do, like I had mentioned earlier too, in case you are just joining or missed the beginning. So it's hard to go over everything. Taylor covers everything tomorrow in her live at 10 a.m. Central Time. But they have a freebie with a $100 purchase. They have a freebie for a $200 purchase. They have bundles. They have a free gift that gets added into every order. So they just have tons of things going on over there. Oh, one sec. So if there's anything that you are interested in that I'm using tonight, like the mini slimline or the background stamp, or even the stencil from last year, you can create an account over there, add to your wish list, add to your cart. And then if you go back tomorrow, it'll all be there for you, but just make sure to create an account. So that way you earn crafty points, because those crafty points add up to pay for other things. So I wanted to pop my sleigh up. So I'm just trimming these foam strips down. But yes, the brown cardstock is Toffee Cardstock. The red is watermelon. The sled, gosh darn scissors. The sled I did on sugar cube. And then there was some mini slim panels that I had purchased and really only played with tonight, and they are 165 a pound. It is a super duper heavyweight cardstock. Like, quite surprised how heavy that was. They ain't joking around over there. Did you guys like that? It is. It's a serious foam roll, and it is super sticky. But it's great. I don't remember the thickness. You'll have to check the website, but it's a really good go-to foam tape. It's not super dimensional. It's just enough to add that lift. So I do love it. You've never used your crafty points. Does that mean you have like just oodles and oodles of crafty points, Cheryl? Yes, I do love the crafty points. Trying not to stick my finger in this sticky tape because it is sticky. 12 by 12 cardstock for scrapbookers. Yeah, I don't know a lot anymore that do that. I don't know. Does Basil still make cardstock? I don't know if Stampin' Up does. I'm not sure who does anymore. I know Lawn Fawn has pattern paper in 12 by 12, but so let's get this added on. Oh gosh, I love this so much. Okay, I need to be centered. Hold on. Where did I get the foam tape? Late to the party. That's okay, Linda. This is from Tailored Expressions. It's actually even bigger than this. And I just hold it together with these like Velcro things. I don't even know where I got the Velcro things, maybe Walmart. But yep, I do have this link down below. So they have 2 different versions of foam tape actually. And now I need to kind of pop up that super duper heavy cardstock. And now this is getting super sticky. Stampin' Up still has 12 by 12. I got 2 rolls of Alta News foam tape last month and they had it 50% off. So funny, Stacy. I just stocked up on that as well. You guys, okay. You'll have to admit, how many areas does adhesive consume in your room? Because right now I have one, two, three drawers just out here in my kitchen that is consumed with tape runners and foam tape. Oh, I shouldn't have removed that. Hold on. I'm going to stick this back on there. I want to make sure that this, yeah, that should work. I want to make sure that that fit okay. Is it going to be flush? Do I have to add another? No. So let's get some liquid glue on there. I didn't know foam tape envy was a thing. Yeah, it's worth it. It is worth it. And that is definitely something you would want, you can use your crafty points for. I have used crafty points for foam tape before. So I added some liquid glue there. 2 drawers overflowing. So much craft room real estate, Stacy says. Beth has quite a few, but is pleading the 5th. I know, it is just insane. But I will not run out of foam tape or adhesive. It's like a fear, and I'm sure you guys have that same fear. Okay. I think I'm going to call this good. I mean, I could embellish it. I could add little sparkles, but I'm kind of liking this. So look at that. We have these embossed snowflakes back there. I mean, we have some serious dimension on that sentiment. I mean, it's not super thick. So here's a look at the side of my card. It's not really super thick. But 2 pieces of cardstock out of that heavyweight that she has really pumped that up. We could come in, and who knows, maybe after the live is done, I'll, after I start cleaning up, maybe I'll think about it and add some sparkles on here with stickles or something. I haven't really decided yet, but I am loving this. I love how that all came out. And thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. Let me, there I am. Okay, so there's the card. Yes, you guys were asking about the crafty points. So yes, I believe there is like a pop-up that comes on the website, and it'll let you know, it'll ask you if you want to use crafty points. It'll tell you how many crafty points you have. It'll tell you how you can earn crafty points, all that kind of stuff, and your balance. So that's all on their website. So like I said, just always make sure to create an account so that you can earn those points. I was catching the adhesive comments. So yeah, I loved playing with this set that I've had in my stash since last year. So I feel justified in anything I purchase tomorrow. But like I mentioned earlier, in case you guys tuned in a little late, which is totally fine, or if you're catching the replay, this was part of Tailored Expressions Christmas release last year, something like that. It's last year's product that I hadn't used. And I just wanted to play with that because tomorrow, so on Tuesday, that is September 30th at 9 a.m. Central, is their Christmas release for this year. And they have a lot of fantastic stuff coming out tomorrow. So if there's something you've seen in this live that you really enjoyed and you may or may not shop tomorrow, just go ahead, add to your wish list or add into your cart. It'll be there tomorrow when you go back if you decide you want to order from the Christmas release or not. I'm going to have a video, and it's going to be on my channel and also Taylor's channel, of one of the new products or a couple of the new products that are coming out tomorrow. It's super exciting and super, super cute. And maybe something from tonight might look a little familiar because I like to mix and match. I can't talk. Mix and match new products with older products so that I'm not always focused on new. I like to dig out from my previous year's stash. So watch for that for tomorrow. I am also going to have another video up tonight. So I'm really excited for, and that's a different, just something different. I'm going to have a video up tonight with another card project that I'll be sharing. So keep an eye on my channel for tonight. Any questions before I let you guys go? I'm really excited. I kind of got that done in an hour almost after I kind of messed around to get my links updated. Oh, which speaking of links, most of the supplies I use today are linked down below in the video description. My fantastic moderators have kind of been keeping a little list for me in case I used something that I did not link down below. So I will update the supply list. I will update I'll take a picture after the live is done. Picture I might do tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I will get all of that updated. But for the most part, everything should be down in the video description. So oh, Mindy Farmer loves to mix and match as well. It helps justify my need for all things. Agreed. Agreed. Okay. Any questions do you guys have before I let you go for the night? Oh, Georgina must have been talking about the crafty points on Taylor's website. She said there's a little star in a red circle that pops up. When you click that, it will show you how many points you have to redeem. Thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. If you're coming from Crop and Create, you might have a discount code. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't get those. I'm there to support the creators and everything when it comes to the Crop and Create. So, all right, guys, let me pop this out of screen. I'll come back up here. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight live. If you were here, I loved seeing you guys in the chat. You guys were just chatty in there tonight. It was fantastic. I can't wait till the video processes and I can go back and see what all the commotion was about in the chat. If you're joining replay, thank you for joining replay. I appreciate it so much when you guys do come back and rewatch the lives in case you missed them earlier. So I appreciate you all so very much. All right, guys. Hopefully next week, but next week's live is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to say anything yet, so stay tuned. I have a link. I should have links. Oh, I don't know if I put it down there yet, but link to my newsletter because I will announce my next live and what it's all about. I will send that out in a newsletter. I'll also post it on the posts tab on YouTube. Where else do I share? Facebook, I think I share. So next week I will most likely be going live, but it's just going to be a little bit different, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you again really soon in a upcoming pre-recorded video. Bye, guys.